Greetings everybody, this is Jester, and today we're going to be reviewing the USS Odyssey, which is a T6 Miracle Worker flight deck cruiser. We're going to have a go today at one of the mycelial events. After we've completed this, I'll run through and show you what we've got with regards to builds. Yes, it wasn't a cheap ship, this. I'll admit that to you. I saved up quite a lot of EC to get this. It was just impossible to get it from the box.
I thought I made myself clear that leave enough of their ships for salvage. Okay. I'll be under cloak.
Okay.
Warning.
We're going to crash into the planet if I'm not careful. Typical. Right, here we go. Let's spread the good news. Let's have a go. The pets are getting to work.
Target shield has failed.
For those of you who are not familiar, the T6 Miracle Worker is the ship that was featured on Discovery. It's Captain Pike's ship, the USS Enterprise. So I do have a Kelvin timeline ship, which is also based on the Enterprise, and we will do a feature on that for sure. So we'll keep the pets going. There's quite a lot of pets with this ship.
Well, there's good news and bad news.
There's always good news and bad news, so we won't hear anything.
Right?
Thank you, yes, thank you. It's always good news and bad news. Okay, yeah.
Cutting out the middleman here, Madre. Give us the spores.
Right, so
You treacherous!
Have failed.
and we'll get rid of the hood.
Pirate.
4 shields failing.
Oh, Juice, she certainly does stand up for herself.
The nerve of some people!
Yes, okay. Engage tractor beam. This is where he promises me something now.
I'll tell you where the Delkin Crown jewels are hidden!
Really? No. Okay.
The Birmingham!
Yeah, I know. Okay, right, so let's make this happen.
Ship is under attack.
Why are you defending that Ferengi worm? He's not worth dying for.
4 shields failing. Four shields failing. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
Yes, she's got quite a punch of this ship. I think the pets do quite a lot of damage.
Target shields have failed. Rear shield failing.
Making short work of
Left
the
shield failing. Target shields have failed.
And they just keep coming, don't they?
4 shields failing.
Well,
Left
they keep
shield
coming.
failing.
We'll take.
They're down to a few Keep up the pressure!
Target's shields have failed. Rear shields failing.
Surely, and we have, thank the Lord for that. Okay, so take that.
Well fought.
Thank you.
Modron's on his way.
Yes, well, we'll go. Thank you. Well, I'm sorry to race through through the reviews. As I've said in previous reviews, I do have a problem with limiting my recordings to 15 minutes. So I'm hoping I don't miss anything out. Okay. Yeah, exactly was. Okay, right. Well, as you can see, she's lovely. I quite like her. Lots of controversy, of course, with how you can acquire her. As I say, she wasn't cheap for me. She didn't just fall into my lap. I had to pay through the nose for her with EC, but she was a nice ship, and I had the EC lying around, so it'll take me another 5 years to save up for another one. But there you go. What we're using on this ship, let's have a look. I am using the 4 advanced phaser beam arrays. I'm using the 4-piece set from the Discovery Reputations. That's the deflector, the impulse engines, the antimatter core, warp core, and the Tilly shields. I'm rocking the quantum phase torpedo, the quantum phase beam array, and that's in conjunction with the console quantum phase converter, which gives us a nice 3-piece set. I'm also using the Terran Task Force phaser beam. It's the only one I've got. I'm not using any of the other sets with it. I just wanted to see how it goes. I'm using the Universal Domino. That gives me 15% phaser damage. Projectile damage. The Universal Point Defense Bombardment Warhead. 25% projectile damage. 1% critical chance. And good old-fashioned Trillium deplating. Tachyokinetic converter, which increases the critical chance, critical severity. We've already spoke about the Universal Quantum Phase Converter. This is a nice piece of kit, the binaural infusion circuits. You get that from the Lobi store. It's 200 Lobi. I normally wait for the sales to come through and then buy them. I think it's 180 or 160. And that also gives you 26.2 critical severity, an essential part of your build if you're going to be a tank build or an offensive build. Simulated module, again 1.2% critical chance, 12.1 critical severity, and the Universal Dynamic Power Redistribution module, which is quite expensive because it's attached to the Atlas Fleet Federation ship, which many years ago was also very expensive. KDF and Romulan characters can actually get this from Lockbox. I'm using the Plasmatic Leech, the reinforced squadrons, so you can have up to 12, and I think that doubles it again. I'm not so sure, but you can get quite a lot of pets out there once you click on that. Universal observation. This is an interesting piece of kit, and I'm debating whether to keep using it. Why I like it for is because if you get attacked and you're nearly at the end of your tether and it's nearly going to explode, by clicking on that, which is this little skull here, you become immune to damage for a few seconds. I can't remember how many seconds. I think it's 20 seconds. You become immune to damage, and when that immunity is finished, your shields are regenerated and you get a massive attack bonus. There you go, 120 bonus all damage for duration equal to the time held for under the recharge. So that is quite a good little console. It also is good for accuracy and defense. So I am wrestling with keeping that on, but for now I'm going to see how it goes. So very quickly have a quick look. Oh yes, if you're wondering why we've got this, the visuals, I've brought the baseball vanity shield, which I picked up in this summer's event. So there you have it, the Miracle Worker Flight Deck Cruiser. Hopefully you'll all be lucky enough to get one of these, otherwise it's going to be a tough grind. I know it was for me. So this is Jester, until next time, signing off.